everybody. So we're gonna be very transparent today. Yeah, welcome, everybody. We are literally trying to buy what y'all probably trying to buy right now. And we are having problems just like you guys are having. So just if y'all see us like not focused at the very beginning, it's simply because we're trying to buy what you're trying to buy at the same time. So, have you had any luck?
I have not, and I'm happy you haven't because I was very upset that I haven't. So I'm, as the group together, I'm excited for us all that we're in this together. I haven't had any luck.
I'm trying to look at the camera, trying to look at my screen. Like, is it not gonna? I did get a buy button, but that's about all I got so far. But I don't have no confirmation of nothing.
And that means it's gone.
I don't see everything's gone yet.
I don't either.
I don't even see that anything has moved.
Then all of a sudden, sold out.
I know. Don't say that. We're gonna get something.
That's right. We're gonna keep trying, but we're gonna also try to start class.
Yeah, we are starting, but we are going to.
We are definitely
literally try to y'all in this. Y'all doing the same thing we're trying to do. Everybody's trying to buy the same stuff for Artifact. Everybody's trying to do this exact same thing we're trying to do. I have not seen any tweets. I have not checked Discord either, so I don't know if someone has checked Discord or not. But we're gonna just let's just see. I might as well just start sharing my screen here because it is off on another screen too that I'm trying to participate in the drop.
All I see is the sale is live announcement so far.
I see 15 of 50s, like as if something is moving. Let's see here. No, those are gone. Let's see here. Yeah, this is funny that we're like really trying to go live and trying to participate in the drop. Just like, yeah, are y'all buying on the ETH or Polygon Network? So far, I'm not buying on either. I think one of us have it on the Polygon. My son was trying it on Polygon. I was trying it on the ETH, but
yeah, it's not working.
Nothing's working just yet. So it is just stagnant as far as I'm concerned. I did get a buy button and did get another thing, but it's not participating. All right, so if somebody buys something, I better tell. Somebody needs to let me know because I'm going to share my screen now. Here we go. I'm trying.
Please let me know.
We do have some information that we do want to share.
Man.
Where's it at? There it is. Okay, for those of you who are trying to figure out what are these crazy people on here doing on their live call, trying to buy, it's this right here, the sandbox. So for those of you who are trying to participate and do the exact same thing, yeah, we all trying to do the same thing. We all trying to buy the artifacts drop that's supposed to be happening right now. But for some reason, it's not letting anyone go through the process of buying. So that y'all get to see actually the frustration sometimes. Sometimes
you wait for something,
I mean, seriously waiting. Like you got your day plan. You're trying to figure out how you're going to do this thing, how things are things really going to be going as well as you thought. Then you find out, but like, okay, it didn't really happen. So they probably have something on their Twitter as far as, let's see.
Not yet.
Let's see, nothing on Twitter yet. So this is the sandbox drop again. Some of the items are literally like what $2 and something cents. Some of them are going to be a little higher. I'm trying literally, if y'all see me look at this side, I'm just looking at screens. That's what.
And they did have the launch of their meta dungeon game that comes out also today. So some people are playing that, trying to figure out what the next connection is to the monolith. But like she said, these assets are some we did want to get. They're going to have rare accounts in there. You know, some editions of 50 and some editions, of course, up to 5,000. But we're all trying.
I still see that they're available, but it's just not letting you go to the next button to click the doggone buy button. One time I did have a buy button, but this is funny. But y'all gonna have to, because we want the items. And we do have some information to share with y'all. We really do. We really do have some information to talk about today.
Stuff to talk about.
But this is actually one of those drops where you're like, hey, if we can get one of these items, this could be really good to do. Okay, so again, this is a sandbox item. If somebody here in my house or somebody somewhere sees that we can buy, please let me know. All right, so sandbox drop. This is what everybody is like literally trying to do live. We were like, we're gonna try to start like right on time. You know, I'm like, I start on time, but today was like, okay, maybe we're going to be like 1 minute, little later, so we can try to buy this and then try to have regular class. But this is really interesting. So again, that's going to be artifacts. Again, some of the things that they're definitely doing within the space is really good. Sandbox again, we're definitely invested in the Sandbox game.
Yep.
Um,
And some of the moderators have put a little announcements out about they're contacting Sandbox now. Sandbox is responsible for the drop, of course, and so they did have a little issue at the beginning of the month also. And so hopefully this time around it isn't as much as an issue. Some people seem to be able to get their transactions, and some aren't. So don't know exactly what's going on with that, but we'll be waiting, trying.
So the moderators are trying to tell what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
My buy now button is still not working on that. Okay. All right. So again, if you need to know the steps, even as far as the Jessica mentioned a little earlier, they are having the game. I have been hearing this. Listening. Okay, I'm trying to read the chat too. The game that's coming out. If you need to instruct, I'm gonna tell you. I was on the game this morning. I was like, let me just download the game on the Mac so I could just try to go in here and look at what could happen. Man, I did get the game downloaded, and I did finally get to start moving in the game. But after I started moving, I was like, okay, I need to be able to read the different things and to be able to. And I saw this one dude it had to be a guy. He was just running around, just as jolly as he could be, just jump. I was like, dog, how you doing all that?
It didn't have to be a guy.
It did not have to be a guy.
My daughter is very good at games. I used to be very good. There were some females
in there who were definitely running around too. But this person was just, I think they were like making fun of me. I'm just trying to be honest.
Come around and do backflips over you.
So as soon as I launched into the game, you could tell like all the new people were sitting like right in this one spot. I was like, okay, this has to be all the new people like me trying to figure out how to move around in the doggone game. I did finally make it to an area where it told me to read the instructions. So, but again, if you need help, make sure you come to Twitter right here on this particular thing. It does give you some instruction as far as how to maneuver around and a little bit as far as the guide for the game because. Again, it was very interesting for me, and I'm still going to try.
I'm going to play it later on. If you don't have the assets, you don't need them. Wait for the Monolith Challenge too, but this is one of the things that some may be connected to it. People are in there finding eggs and other things like that. So, especially since you don't need a pass to be able to play, and anyone can play it. Even if you just want to experience how the platform is, if you're looking to invest in different things, that'd be also good for you to experience how some of those games are getting built out. But we hope that we get our artifact one. If not, we'll look for secondary, but we'll see.
That part, but so far is not looking all that hot.
Yeah.
But I think too, when you're starting to look at some of the things as far as, how the technology is still trying to evolve around, it's hard. It makes it really difficult for companies, but at the same time, when you start trying to hang with the big boards, or you're trying to get connected with some of these bigger companies, they don't want to have problems with the drop. They don't want to have problems because again, it can make them look bad. It can make their community look bad. And Artifacts, it definitely has done some things to, to try to make sure their drops have been like seamless. But at the same time, it's just a matter of it happens. And so either you're going to be mad and be like, well, I'm going to be like, okay, one less person that we got to fight.
But drop the price too low. It might be picked up too.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes but sometimes too, it is a matter too, when sometimes you'd be like, hey, that it can really mess up a drop for everyone. You can literally be like, hey, I'm not even going back to try to buy that particular drop simply because of the issues they may be having. Okay. So again, that's going to be the Sandbox. If you have not participated in this particular one, definitely feel free. You can hop in on this particular drop today. All right. So we was kind of reading into this one. Yeah. We might not be right, but we hope we don't go right.
Yeah, everybody, some people wishing and hoping Ethereum wallet MetaMask passes 30 million users, plans DAO and token. We're hoping that comes somehow maybe to leads to a airdrop. Of course, we've seen Uniswap and other tokens, even games, give you airdrops for just using those wallets. So definitely a lot of people that have been using their MetaMask years would be very excited to see this.
Be very excited.
Yes. I'm all very excited to see this. Talking about years in the making. So if it does happen, that's great. This, like I said, that's it. Do that DAO and the token to that. So we'll see what else comes out from it. But this is one of the announcements that did come out today that we did want to share. So some people don't use MetaMask, they'll use Trust and vice versa. To each their own, and whichever one you do use. Of course, we know certain websites only may take a MetaMask. So if you are using MetaMask, or if it have functions in your wallet, hopefully some way so you'll be able to get an airdrop. We don't know what would qualify you for the airdrop, but airdrops are great.
Yep. It was like rumors of tokens have been swirling for months. That's been all of us talking about the different rumors. And so everybody, but again, I think when you bring a good point as far as, the different wallets, and you're going to always have multiple different wallets available to you. For me, I always tell people, hey, try to get, multiple different wallets, whether it's MetaMask or like you also mentioned the Trust wallet, just in case you have a problem with one of those wallets connecting, you can at least have a backup method for that. And another tip for like a lot of you, remember when you're doing your doggone secret passphrases, don't be screenshotting them. Get you a notebook and write the doggone stuff down. Because again, where you think hackers are going to look on your screenshot. So again, make sure, if you are doing things like that, getting different wallets, get your seed phrase, get your a notebook, and that will help your life a whole lot.
And then put that notebook somewhere safe. Don't leave that notebook out and around. That should be in a safe or something.
Only your trusted family should know about that.
Don't let that notebook get thrown away or nothing. Yeah,
don't let only your trusted family should ever know about that notebook. Because I think people just take it, just think, well, it's just my secret passphrases. But it's like, that's like everything. I keep telling people, like, that's like your social security number, your driver's license. You gave a picture of it, your home address. It's like you've given them everything when they have your secret passphrases. So make sure you're protecting those things, because again, it is one of those ways of, that's where the hackers, if you like I said, if you lose your phone, like for instance, I'm having a live experience right now with my son. But, even with your Google Authenticator, make sure you have your secondary seed phrases and stuff written down, as far as if you do lose your phone, you still can get access to your information. Because if you don't have that Google Authenticator and your phone is gone, that is like a headache. It's like almost impossible for you to get onto some of the sites and get some of your items moved off. So just make sure you're protecting those particular things. And thank God my son was very responsible. He did have his stuff written down. We're like, whoo, that was close. But make sure you are definitely doing those things to protect yourself, because again, it's very, very important. And I know we're not talking about security, but I think it's even also important to talk about. For me, even when you look at like turning in your phones and stuff, I won't even like turn in phones anymore. And it's like not a paranoid thing, but it is a paranoid thing to say, hey, if you can't keep your phones, keep those phones in case you don't want someone having access to your information. I know they say that you wipe them and all those different things, but if it's ever time to upgrade, try to keep those items if at all possible.
That's right. And even having a second device for that, like, and already having your Google Authenticator already connected to one of those devices too, is advice. Second phone that you don't use at all, but yeah, have that too. So like she's saying, if you don't have that code written down, you're going to have a problem. But having security, a second device, second laptop, you don't connect to anything, is also great to also do that. And maybe even if you're going to do that, already have a Google Authenticator on those also, so it's fully set to go. And I don't even want to go into deeper things about having lockout and wireless, being able to erase your phone. Like, we all should know certain things like that. So have your own security, but there are definitely ways you could wipe your phone if something did happen to it, if you have those things built into it. So it's important to you have a plan with the security of your assets. You're talking about assets that can go up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you don't want to lose that at all.
You don't want to lose it. So again, that y'all just got a lesson on help y'all. Hopefully we save some people some money. so that you don't, if you ever have security issues or some things, you definitely have some tips on that. Okay, so let's move on along. Okay, I think earlier, and I know this information came out a little earlier about Bored Apes acquiring the Meebits and the CryptoPunks. I was like, let's go. But let me just tell you, I will be very transparent, because I own some Meebits, and I was like, these things are doing absolutely nothing. Just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. And I told Jessica so many times, like, listen, I'm about to get rid of these Meebits. I was like, I'm tired of them. They're not doing nothing. They're just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. And she's like, oh no, sis, don't. And I was like, no, but they just doing nothing. And then when this information came out, I was like, thank you, Jessica, sis, I really appreciate you. Hopefully it's going to help them make some bigger splashes. But again, I think this could be a good scenario, as far as, giving them some more leverage, as far as, now that we own our actual, the API.
Yeah, the IP. Yes, that's right.
Thank you. One of them.
No problem. Yeah, she was one of them. Yeah.
One of them terminologies I couldn't get out my brain to come out right. So you did, being able to own those different things, and I think it gives you a lot of information as far as how you'll be able to monetize the different things that you have. I started thinking, okay, well now if you have the me bits, the CryptoPunks, and then the Bored Apes, if you own multiples of or any of those different items, you as far as being creative of how you can possibly make some income with those opens up a lot of doors for you. And so I think once that piece is figured out, it is like game over. It is for a lot of you guys that have invested in some of the projects. It really is. So make sure you've gone on and done some reading on this part, because I think this can be a very big game changer as far as how these particular things are continuing to move. And then I'll just go over to the me bits. And so again, they were like, as I think the one day I looked, they were like 2 point something, and they went to 3. So now they're still at 4.68. So
they went to 6.
Yeah, they went to 6 when the news first came out. So again, it is one of those ones. You can definitely keep an eye on. Do your own research as far as, hey, is it an opportunity for you to get into one of these blue chip type projects to where you can there's a good upside for you. Okay, all right, so that's that.
I'm not playing. I'm just playing. This looks really exciting. So. No, so for one side of it, you're excited of the people that are going, artifacts, and a lot of other people that are in this space are going to be there, artists and different people. So in the room, there's going to be people you definitely want to be in the room with, just because maybe in the space. So it's the cost we're not too sure about yet, but right now I think they're starting at about like 6,000 if you actually wanted to do this. And some may, depending on where ETH goes or where it's at when you're buying some of these items, it could be higher. But yeah, it's definitely Gary V's VCon V friends will get access to this automatically for the tickets, and then through like the book games, you also are able to get to be able to go burn certain tickets to get this. And right now, that cost is like I said, is about $6,000 for the tickets to be able to go to the first VCon. The other ones that the V friends get, they actually get those, and it's a good for the 3 years of the conference. So wherever the conference is, this one plus the next 2 years, they'll get access to. So it's an exciting conference, especially, like I said, Gary Vee in this space has invested in many different things, very early adopter or very early investor in this NFT space. So for those reasons, there's some positive, but it's some things where like we had to burn the book game tokens. They're like, we got to burn all 5 or 6, but
I think it's 7 now.
Value. Yeah, it's 7 now.
You can, but the last challenge I think that came up was that you could burn any 7 of your book tokens. And the reason why we're talking about this, I know we've talked early on about some of you guys getting into the book token or buying the books, and you ended up getting some of the book tokens. So again, I think when you start looking at the calculation as far as if you took advantage of buying the books early on, and then you ended up getting the book token airdrop that came along. The books were the books 2 something or 3 something, Jessica? I can't remember now.
For right now, the price
300.
They were like 300 for the 12 books.
Yeah. So
some were a little under at Amazon if you order from there, but it is what it is.
And so if you look at it in that context of the price that you were able to get if you bought early on and took advantage of books to get the V token airdrop, then again if you look at it, if it was $300, so it's going to cost you about $2,100 for your cost to go to this particular event if you bought enough of the books. And so I think to me, again, when you start looking at some of these conferences and you look at some of the speakers that are going to be there, I think and many times, I think because of the COVID restrictions and stuff, that some of the things that are trying to lighten up, it's going to be it's really just trying to network. That's what it really comes down to. I think sometimes when you're at some of these different conferences, you're able to either try to get some new information or see what people are working on as far as some new technology. Because I think, what are you laughing about, Jessica?
Hi, Logan.
Oh. we need that NFT to pick up.
Yeah. Some people and everything, and I'll be like, can you just go back and work on the last NFT I got from you?
And that is a very good point, because I know we do laugh when we do talk about that, but I think it's important because like even the celebrities that are coming in, we was laughing the other day. We're like, Snoop is in everything, but you have to even give Snoop credit because his stuff still has not like dropped like some of the ones that you were just talking about and some of the other people items we've invested in. the stuff has stayed pretty consistent, and the prices actually still continue to go on. But I think sometimes that's because they're still staying active. It's not necessarily that cash grab that most people in crypto get mad about. Like, don't just come over here and try to get our crypto money and then leave, or just give us something and then you're gone. And so I think because he is still trying to be out there and in front of some things, you look at the sandbox game of how much he's his game and stuff, and how that's going to be, how he's going to be able to make. I mean, he already making money. I ain't trying to count the man money, but he already making money. He's in everything. But even that aspect of the opportunities that will be out there for even new artists and stuff, or the concerts, is going to be a game changer. Look at Micah. So Micah's going to be there. So again, I think it's going to be a lot of people that are going to be, and it's really good. I know I shouldn't say this, but it's really,
she is good. I'm like, hold on, it's
really good to see the diversity, because I mean, most of the conference.
That's a great comment.
It is when you see a lot of the lineups. There's really not a lot of people that look like me and you that are on the conferences. It really isn't, and it's like, I know there's more. I know it, and then I get it as far as women. There's not a ton of women who are in the space, and especially even minority women who are in the space. So we like, let's go. We're here to keep talking to people about, trying to get into the industry space, because we see the benefits of what the NFTs can do for you. But at the same time, it is good to see the diversity within at this conference. It's like fire. That's great to see, and I see a lot of women, which you normally don't see. When you normally go to see the conference lineup, you'd be like, all men, really? We only had like 2 women out of the whole thing. So again, very, very, very good on this one. So do your own research, figure out if your costs, if it's worth you going. If you want to burn some of your items, you definitely can go on there. And again, this was a challenge as far as if you wanted to. The latest challenge is that you can burn any 7 of the VCon tokens if you'd like to participate any of the frames. Okay, so that's going to be that. The GNS. Yes, we want to talk about this one.
Yeah, I mean, GNS, one of the artists, or MGXS, one of the artists that is also created for the Artifacts team, also has a space strip. There was an announcement this week in regards to the smart contract and the reveal date change, which will be sometime. It said postponing the reveal of today to sometime this week. There has not been another announcement just yet, but they wanted to make sure the reveal process was good for everyone and that there was no one able to cheat. We know with smart contracts, people are able to also, smart people, or not even smart, people that have known how to do some of the research to be able to mint directly from the contract can go in sometimes, read the contracts, and tell which one may be labeled as rare, legendary, or even common. And so if there's any type of, issue like that in the contract, they go ahead and try to protect it. They'll stop it and relaunch another one, or put another mechanism in so that makes it not able to be cheated. So that was one of the things that did happen this week. Some of us were able to mint this one's at like 0.33. It went all the way as high as 1 ETH within the next day or so. It did come down a little lower now, but still excited about the project and the artist that's behind the project. And so if you did not know and you have one of these and you may be trying to refresh the metadata or anything and wondering why something's not happening, or went to the site and tried to actually reveal it, that is the reason why they have delayed that reveal until hopefully sometime this week, and they will make that announcement again, probably on their Twitter page or even in their Discords in regards to that date update. And as you see here, the floor price is the 0.86. There are still about, I believe, 13,000 of these. In the end, there will be 10,000. And so the numbers may throw you off because how the contract is, or how it's, the standard is. Sometimes it's like multiples listed within one. And so just like even the monoliths, it may be an owner has 10 of those, but it's not actually reflecting right in the actual item count on OpenSea. And so that count is much higher also. So don't let that throw you off. But if you are looking to get at that, just still keep an eye on it. See if the activity is still going good on it. And you may want to take a position, or you may want to wait to after reveal. And everyone has to make their own decision for themselves. But we definitely are invested in this and keeping an eye on this to be invested more.
Good. Okay, good. Your mic came back because you faded for a minute, but you came back good.
Okay, good.
So again, these are still definitely moving. They have had some sales. It has, like you said, they have slowed down a little bit, but at the same time, I think it's, and like I said, I think again, we talked about it. Some people might get mad, like I'm done with it. Some people like me, like I'll wait and see what's happening on that.
I mean, for a smart contract, I'm telling you, sorry, real quick. If y'all getting frustrated about smart contract updates and everything, and y'all don't realize how early you are in this space, you will probably jump out of a lot of projects you don't need to jump out of, and you just need to give it time. So,
Why do you say that, Jessica?
we're so early, and there's still issues that happen. It can be a site issue, or something can happen, come out and go wrong with it. And they need to update it. But just like these people, they are building in this space too. So they're learning out things that are going. So you're gonna have to decide honestly, like it's gonna take time in a lot of these projects. You're investing in them as early as the first date, and they're still gonna do everything and even their roadmap that they're planning to do. Some people have roadmaps and some people don't, but it's time that you need. So sometimes you can flip in and out of projects, but that's really not our style at all. You can flip over there to make money quickly to even reinvest or something. But when you're in projects that are good, or at least have artists that have are doing good things in the space, then you usually will give them time. So if you got in that mint and it was 0.3 to you and it's 0.8, you still not like affected in the negative or a bad way. So it did go up to 1 ETH. So some people might have bought at 1 ETH and now it's come down a little at 0.8. But you got to realize still, has it come down enough that it's a loss that you want to jump out? Has ETH gone up and gone down that you're still breaking even? So it's a lot of things that can go into that. But you got to give people time too. I mean, not every project is going to need that time. Some will rug pull on you, and you don't need to still be standing that. But it's important to know the difference of which projects you should definitely give time to.
Someone said, did you get into GNS double on OpenSea, meaning you have one NFT, but it shows you own two? You probably minted two, because mine does that. I minted multiple, and it on my bottom right corner screen, it shows how many I minted.
Times two. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll say X. Yeah, that X times that. So if you hit multiple mints, then yeah, you bought multiple items, which is a good thing. Like, because I mean, you literally look at, we paid 0.3. Someone could literally come in, sell one of them, and they have all their money plus some profit, and then they still have one left. So it's not a bad one. So congrats if you got two and you didn't know. No playing. So, but again, and I think we talked about this even with the non-fungible. They had, you were talking about the contract thing, so I thought that was a good point that you brought up, because the non-fungible people, which is one of the projects that we're still invested in, was having some of the issues with the contract of how they sent things out. So I don't know if you want to cover that part.
Oh yeah, especially with non-fungible, still invested in them. But the 3D files, and even in this space, a lot of people are doing profile pics. They're not 3D file format. You're not getting a rig character. It's not able to go into a game or any type of YouTube or video conference. So when a project has set up to do a 3D file or a 3D project, it is a major undertaking. And so when glitches like that happen, maybe the file came out and it had something wrong, that the community, like people that are invested in it, sometimes they'll flip out of the project because something happened with it. The advice, the date changed, and so that definitely happened in this last week or so. Once those 3D files came out, they have updated it, and now you can go download it, and those issues are supposed to be resolved. But that did occur, and so with that problem, it will make a project go down, down, down before it comes back up. And so
you didn't say down, down, down.
Yeah, because there's only so many people invested in it, and in this space right now, people are all in the moment. They're like, literally, if something happens with that one, they're going to jump to the next one, and it can be nothing wrong with the project. It can definitely have the value. You're not able to get assets like that, like I said, that's used in games and everything else. Most projects you're just getting a profile pic and you're putting it up, and that's all you have. So definitely, it's a huge undertaking for the project itself too. But I know, giving projects times, if they have the right partnerships, that hopefully it still should come back, or I still know I can create worth out of the items I got. So that did happen.
And I think you bring up a very good point, and I think that's the aspect of how you're going in and doing the research and knowing what the projects that we're investing in, the longer term picture of what were they. Like I said, you're very, very early on, and we know certain things about because of the research we've done. They're like, okay, yeah, they might have had this little hiccup, but at the same time, I can still capitalize by doing X, Y, Z with those items. So very good point. That's the power of research. All right, Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers created $6 million comics, yeah. And Warner Brothers has been, coming to this space, but now they're going to be doing some of these comic trading cards. You do have to use a specific app to be able to purchase these. A lot of them are, using their own, of course, marketplaces. So this one is going to be the same. But as you see, you're going to see more and more people, especially with the DC comics. Marvel did their own thing with with one of the Comic Cons and stuff that they had, gave out some free NFTs. These did not say they were free. They did have a price range, but they're, like I said, there's going to be creating 6 million DC comic inspired physical trading cards. That is a lot. Hopefully they have it broken down, maybe 1,000 of this one, 1,000 of that one, or rarity and common will be in there, because 6 million is
155 different superheroes.
Oh, yeah, 155. And honestly, when there's products like this and there's the mainstream also knows about it, you do generally supposed to have that high amount of count. If you're coming in right now, you usually see like 10,000 and stuff. You might be like 6 million is a huge amount, but all the millions of fans that they also have, it's different for this project. So you do have to take all those things into account with that. And so, like she said, with the 155 that it's going to be out there, the rarity should be definitely there in different. I don't know the card count. Just make sure you pay attention to that. How many common, rare, legendary. And as you see, some of them will only be like $5 to 120, and that may be by packs. And then you see this comes after Warner Music has just announced it's partnering with the play to earn NFT game Splinterlands.
Yep.
And so we're definitely heavily invested in Splinterlands as well. And so you see them taking their spot in different places.
Like, we need you to come to Splinterlands.
Yeah, they're trying to play catch up. Now they're going to play. They're going to be in the play to earn section of it also. And so, lots of them are trying to get their spot in the lane in here and just keep moving with it with their NFTs. And so this will be one of the ones that also, if you want to keep an eye on it, you might be fans of certain people. If not, you don't have to. But it's just showing you who's also coming into the space and some more NFTs that may be able to be purchased. Don't know yet the scarcity or anything yet, but or the rarity.
Good stuff. Very good. Okay, I know Luxon. Even I'm trying to read some of the Twitter things too. As far as Luxon has said, the site crashed again. That's one of the high people on Artifacts. They are also on the phone with Sandbox now. They're aware of the situation. We have removed the moderator from his role and looking into it right now.
One of the moderators might have got something.
Yeah, they are saying a moderator might have gotten stuff. Well, so we're going to see what had happened.
The moderator, don't you hurt our project?
Exactly. Don't be messing up stuff over here.
Don't you mess up? So, the blockchain tell on you. You think you've been sneaky.
Yeah, the moderator is. I'm like, you messed
Money
up.
Always starts somewhere. Somebody know how to track you. I'm telling you.
They will track you down.
Somebody know how to track you.
Look, don't be over here lying to my own. You be like, okay, let me see that.
That's amazing.
That is wow. Okay, so moderator, I hope you didn't blow it for a $33 item, especially if you
that's
had
amazing. Yeah, I mean they were like dollar items, $69, $180. Let's say I don't know. The highest one was like more than $500.
Maybe that was a Sandbox moderator. Maybe that's what it was. It could be an Artifacts moderator, please. No, they wouldn't have thrown that away.
I hope they wouldn't have sacrificed that for that.
Yeah. So, okay, someone else said something about they had bought on the secondary market. I think they were talking about but 3 NFTs. The only thing I could think of as far as if you bought on the secondary market, if you might have possibly bought a bundle, someone might have been selling 2 items instead of 1, and you got access to that particular thing. So that would be the only thing I can think of. So you might have bought 2 for the price of 1, depending on if somebody was just getting rid of them.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you got extra ETH in there, you might not even notice that little extra bit was gone, but you did purchase 1 item that had 2 for a sale, and so it just gave you both. But as long as you see that times 2, you're good.
You're good. You're really good. I know they're also talking about. I know we just finished talking about this, but they are talking about in some of the other Discord and chats. They are talking about this particular project too. So if you own this project, we might just see. Let's wait and see. Okay. This was the coolest picture though. I know.
No, it's not. I'm not in there.
Wait a minute. I was literally looking. I was like, let me go see if I see one.
You're looking like I was focused too. I said, hold on.
I thought a couple of them. I was like, okay, let me just go see if I see anybody. I started looking for robots. I was like, okay, no. I was like, can I see somebody with some blue wing? And I was like, no, I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody with green. So I was like, maybe I didn't make the picture. But this was I thought this was a really, really cool picture. So again,
I did think it was really cool. I said, I'll make my own.
Even up here, I said, like, dog, look at all the people. I looked at that one. I was like, that
they did really good on this one.
It is really, really, really good, but creative. But again, this particular one, just talking about the different things that Artifacts has up and upcoming. So if you're in Artifacts project, or you're just trying to learn about some of the things, this is where you're going to come and find information as far as what other upcoming things that they have. I know everybody is waiting for the monolith. Just that I know everybody's waiting for the monolith to see what's inside the monolith, or what's going to happen with the monolith box. But those have been fluctuating up and down between the 4 something to the higher 4s. But again, I think everybody has to understand in crypto right now, numbers are just going to fluctuate because of what's happening in the regular world. It happens just like it does in the regular space. So stay tuned to different things that are going here. You also, if you remember, if you have the what am I thinking? The flower, Murakami flower, that pay attention to that particular drop. As far as what's going to be happening with that, because that's going to be very interesting. Let's see. That's is this the New York one? Yeah,
is the New York one.
This is the New York event. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. But again, stay tuned to all the different things that that are going on within the space. If you're trying to stay
and they also have put that announcement out that if you do not have your vial revealed, you are not entitled to these events and airdrops that are coming, because they do not know what type of clone is in that vial. And a lot of these clones are definitely connected to brands and different stuff. So they don't know what clone you have. You will not be able to get the airdrops that they have set specifically to angels, demons, undead, whatever, alien, whatever there is. So they do need to know what type of Clone X you have in order for you to get those airdrops. So if you still have a vial, I know the price is a lot different, but you're going to decide on those future airdrops and events in real life versus not revealing it. I know the price is higher, but sometimes you go get airdrops that's going to surpass that price.
Yeah, and it's hard because I know people like I don't think I'm going to reveal. I'm like, oh, I know, but can you really sell it? I don't know.
Yeah, can you really sell it unrevealed?
I'm going to reveal that.
The price look good, but I ain't going to sell it.
But I mean, it's almost $100,000, $80,000, $100,000. I guess you could if you need to sell it. Okay, but just don't look back, because you might have sold $1 million item. So that's gonna be good there. Okay. And then the e-domains, as far as Penelope price, I think we invested in Penelope some time ago. The prices did start going up. I think they were at 0.4 the other day.
See,
I was like, whoa, are we going to try to maneuver and come back? So I think the low, I think right now was about $1,000. So if you have the Penelope cats, make sure, if you need to get, I know we bought them a whole lot cheaper than the $1,000. So if you need to get out of that project, they are up and the numbers have moved up. But what'd you say, Jessica?
I was so thankful that they're up. They have been giving airdrops too. Those,
But the airdrops have, just be honest, because like I said, we have gotten airdrop spoiled. You'd be like, okay, when you get artifacts,
you do expect your airdrops to have value, is what she said. You expect your airdrops to have value, what she broke down just now. So she said we get spoiled. Man, I'll be like, tell people how you really feel.
Tell people how you really feel.
And no, and honestly, we, like she said, we were part of this project. First one that even did the profile pics and paid you for it and everything. So we're really interested in the way it's going to go, even how it's going to pull NFTs to you physically. If you have the physical item, maybe it's going to be a barcode. So there's certain things that we're definitely interested in, and why we still have our cats in for this project. So it's still early for this one. It's not like it's still whatever. It's still early for this project. So we still do have our cats. But yeah, they have this new thing. I'm going to say the ENS domain. Some people may know some things were going on with ENS, whatever. I'm not going to go in deep detail to that right now. To each their own. So this is specific to this project. They have partnered with ENS subdomains to be able to claim yours. I haven't went through the steps in claiming. There are some airdrops they probably gave for free I haven't claimed, but I should. Airdrops are important.
You should.
If the gas was more than the airdrop on this one, I probably didn't.
You'd be like, nah. Because I remember there was a time when the gas was super high. We're like, am I going to claim that item that's like $50 and it's going to cost me $100 for it? That don't make any sense.
I hope it's still over there. I'm telling you. Maybe it'll be over there later. But yeah, so no, yeah, definitely doing a lot of stuff in the space. But yeah, as you can see, it's probably going to be linked definitely to their account. So it's also promoting the project, letting people see how many people are actually connected to it. And so it is one that if you do own it, you can go ahead and claim that domain for yourself.
Yep. Okay, good stuff there. All right, good. Okay, Steph, man, listen, we tried to buy this project too. Let's be real honest. Shoot.
He
Matter
gonna
of fact,
get
I still got money on FTX over
yeah.
there. Shoot.
Oh man, every time it was something. It was always something. But yeah, as you see, he did surprise the holders with the bonus birthday theme NFT. So some people, see value, definitely would see value in that, or even down the line, it would hold value. It's it's definitely personalized. So it's not one that you're going to see off the court generally. So that's important. If you did get that, I'm not too sure. I haven't went and looked at the price or the resale on it or anything, but people were probably definitely excited. The benefits of buying, with smart contracts on the blockchain, especially with the addresses, they can give you airdrops at any time. You can expect things or not be expecting anything and still something to come. So when you are investing in the right projects, you see things like this happen. You'll get free NFTs and it'll be valuable to you. Hopefully, if it's not currently this day, down the line, it should have its own, history still or behind these NFTs too. So as a collector, even, that time that goes by, even with collections, time goes by, and this would be his first private, or even I don't know what you can consider.
It says all expense paid trip. I was like, okay, I like the words right there. You mean like all expense? No, that was cool. I was like that. Like I said, just sometimes, like I said, just the meet and greet aspect of it. I think as more and more athletes start doing this, I think you're going to see a lot more opportunities like this because, like, again, I think it's an opportunity. They get to control their own money, how much money they want to make, and then what events that they can actually do, because they've been doing these events for like the NBA for like forever, but they haven't been able to capitalize on making the money. So again, it is an opportunity for people to take control of their own name and do their own thing and make their own money.
And be in direct contact with their fan base.
That is cool. So yeah, we tried to buy that NFT on FTX. So, all right, but that's good. That was that one. Okay. And then the
just the event conference is going on. WWE announced that they were going to be having a platform coming out with NFTs, and so just showing, like I said, brands that's coming into the space. Some people may be interested in it and may not, but as you can see, there's still things going to be coming out weekly, monthly, yearly. So don't want to stress how early you are with these things. And so if you are interested in something like this, you can definitely go out and look out for some of those NFTs that they may be dropping.
Good. Go Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft's diving into Web3 with investment in Ethereum, co-founder, startup, Conscious. Yeah, I can pronounce that right. I'm like, I need to make my screen bigger. But anyways, it has raised 450 million funding. They can read this down.
The name wrong.
Yeah, it's backed by the likes of Microsoft, SoftBank, and the investment's more doubles. As you can see, the valuation is now $7 billion. Tech giants from Microsoft to Twitter are becoming increasingly interested in Web3, which is very true. You see Twitter even doing, their Twitter spaces. A lot of people NFTs are on those spaces also. So some of them are definitely knowing the importance of having their platforms already be involved in the Web3 space. And so, as you can still see here, it says it raised $450 million and now has that $7 billion evaluation. So certain products like this, you follow around, see what they're doing. If what they're doing you're interested in, then you.
But they know this is a scam, though, Jessica. They only put like $450 million, but this is all a scam. You should not be investing in crypto, and you should not be buying NFTs because all this stuff is a scam. Man.
That's what they tell you, but as we see now within the last 6 months, a year, now everybody's jumping in, and that's one thing you can do. Definitely hear from people that's coming in mainstream. They're scared of the scams, but like every industry does have scams. But if you can come in and get people that can guide you in there and tell you what not to do and what to do, that's very important. Some people just come in. A lot of people just come in and start buying NFTs, and they're the wrong copy. They're copy and paste projects.
Copy and paste projects.
Yeah, they're losing their money, not learning how to watch the market. But education is important. So this is serious money. Like I said, Microsoft. Everybody's gearing up for it. TikTok's been doing their own thing too on certain platforms, Immutable and certain artists. And so some people behind the scenes that already have that large user base is already doing it. So just keep an eye out for these companies that are investing in who they're investing with.
And I'm gonna skip over this one because this is what this is what I'd be getting mad about sometimes. But here it's like Visa was talking about, but Visa's trying to do the crypto development program for for the new college grad. I'm like, but why won't y'all let the credit cards go through when people trying to purchase stuff? Because y'all said it was a scam. You didn't want us to be hurt on all these different, not just Visa, but a lot of credit cards, and even some of the banks. You look at all of them that were saying, "Well, we're not gonna let these transactions because they're suspicious." But why y'all got like a whole program on developing for crypto?
Yeah, you know what? They need so much help over there. And I'm telling you, they need help. Every crypto NFT space there is. I'm telling you, I was on Coinbase. They had $200,000 jobs for NFT people. I said, oh, might go back to work. Before I was like, I'm not working for nobody again. Not one person. I seen 200,000 on that thing. I was like, well, then again, I might go back to work.
But you know what? Because I think it's a different work now. Because I think most people think of work you're going 8 to 5, but the crypto aspect has opened up so much opportunity to where it's like crypto people are like, well, listen, I'm working from home. Let's get that very straight. I'm working from home. I can get your job done, but I'm going to work from home, and these are going to be my hours. So I think because there's such a demand and a need for people in the crypto space or NFT space, people get to like write their own checks. Be like, well, I don't think $200,000 is quite enough money for me right now.
You start thinking about it. You'd be like, now hold on. If I sold my other NFT, then you'd be like,
people like, you want me to work for you the whole year? Oh, man. I can sell a board 8. Yeah, like that might not make enough sense.
Yes. This is day and night. I'm so serious. I be like, this is my business. This is what I do. This is how I make, eat, and breathe. I ain't worked since I don't know when. This is work. I be like,
but I think it's very interesting. Again, like I said, and I think for just our community in general. If your kids are going to want to go into something, you need to make sure they're kind of going into some of these technologies type aspects to where like they can have the opportunity, they can go in. Like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with someone going through this particular program, especially if they're new out of college or looking for a certain type of job. I think this could propel them to get to a higher level a lot faster because again, you go through their program and then you write your ticket to whatever else you want to do in life. And for one, you might also get some doggone tips on what to buy early because you're working there and you're in the industry.
That's right. Especially like you said, NFTs in the space that it is. They need everybody, especially 3D software designing. Anything is going to be the way that even when you see fashion, they're incorporating it with that AI technology in the metaverse, how jobs will be looked at. They now have drones picking trees. They have machines driving in fields. They have things loading up your shelves, scanning your shelves to refill. They have robots are doing the dishwashing, replacing dishes, flipping them in the burgers in different overseas countries. Artificial intelligence is definitely something to also pay attention to. The metaverse, augmented reality, all those things are coming for you, coming for your careers. You may not even know it. So some of you definitely are protected, but there's things even advancing for doctors, how they can now do surgeries with a lot of this technology with the VR goggle. Like it's groundbreaking.
Even looking at some of the stuff. Because Massey was looking when she was going to UCLA, she was thinking about going into medical and doing surgery. And then one of the doctor people that was trying to mentor and help her was telling her, like, surgery isn't even surgery anymore. You don't, like I said, using the AI technology and all the different technology, you don't really like touch the people. I mean, we'd be like excited, but like, okay, maybe this might be great. But at the same time, you don't do as much as you used to do when you think of most doctors that are like doing the surgery aspect. Don't get me wrong, they do a lot. I'm like, y'all can go to school for like, you just finished school for like 4 years and you're going to go like another 8 or 12. Bless your heart. We do need doctors. So let's be very transparent. But at the same time, as far as how technology is changing to that, like you'd be surprised. Like, did the doctor even touch you now when you go to the doctor? They just look at you like, okay, you're good. We're going to give you this medicine. Like, it don't make sense. So there, things that, again, are continuing to change. And some people, like I said, I think if we don't wake up, people are getting fired and don't even know you're getting fired. You're training the robot to do your job. And that's the way technology is going. So you better figure out how to do the technology or how to create some of the stuff because
they're using supercomputers now. Yep. You've seen hospitals now be able to diagnose 50% of their mental health cases using those, and those are like 17 times more powerful than the regular computer. So there's a lot of stuff coming out that's going to be affecting people in different ways, but just being informed on them. And you'll see why, even while we invest in a lot of different metaverse and stuff, land, even things, we know kind of where things going. We know where kids are at, how they're hanging out with their friends, where they're going to be hanging out with them. It's going to be in a digital place. They online right now. Now they going to have a digital place in the metaverse or land to go meet at. And that's just going to be normal for them. The future is usually, in the youth. And so they know where the money's going to. And so all these things we're invested in too are specifically for some of those reasons. But yeah, it's exciting to see a lot of this stuff still happening.
So if you got some people that live at your house or live up close that that you paying, like, you can tell them about this program. This is actually really good. But like I said, I think it's a avenue for people to get ahead and propel up. But they don't have to stay there working forever. Let's be real clear. So, all right. DraftKings.
Oh yeah, DraftKings had made the announcement that they're going to be coming out with NFTs. It's going to be also coming out for the I believe the basketball the basketball conference coming up. It says get your Tourney Tunes collectibles to commemorate the 2022 college basketball tournament in our first collection, the DraftKings Premier NFT series. Some of us already been over there on DraftKings because autograph. Especially with Brady, who has not retired. We all heard Brady is back. Brady is not over.
People's dream again.
Yeah, they said. Or I seen the article. The guy bought his last football for 500. The guy bought his football. His last football he threw for $500,000, and then he announced later that day that he was coming out back into, and then that $500,000 that he spent now has lost all types of value because it's no longer the last football. So they didn't say who it was. They don't even know, but that quick, it's like you thought you were buying the last game thrown by Tom Brady, and then it's not. So. As you see, this one is going to be different. It is for the basketball. It does tell you certain things. That's how you'll get rewarded, the cost of them. It's probably a system of how many you collect, and then you'll be able to get something else. So you do want to go read the structure and the reward structure and see if that's even something you want to do. Maybe you, or if you're CFs, people that's also invested maybe in college or going to college and may know it, are into sports currently. But yeah, you can definitely come over here and read exactly how that breakdown, what the rewards will be. And things are going to go because DraftKings definitely has its betting side to it. So I'm not sure everybody's to each their own, and it is what it is. So like I said, you can come over here if you're interested in investing in it or buying it. It doesn't have to be investment. You can just be interested in it as from a collection point of view. But yeah, it's out there just to put it out there for you guys to see if you wanted to do anything about it.
Yeah, good stuff. Really good. Okay, and then I know Ku had some things. Now you're gonna need to go to Ku's Discord because they are having this bracket challenge, the real tournament that's just gonna be starting. So if any of you guys own some of the Ku art pieces, again, we do own some of the Ku stuff. Make sure you're going on reading to figure out who's gonna be winning where and who's tweeting what and all of those different things to see who's gonna be the champion. To where if you can also, I think it was an opportunity for you to win a free Ku art piece or something with the Ku. You're gonna be able to win. So. Make sure you come on and check out that, like, especially if you have all 10 series, there is that step as far as you do also need to do that in their Discord to connect, whether if you have them in your regular wallet or if you even have them on Nifty, you can go over there and get connected to make sure you can get all the benefits and all the free airdrops that you're going to be able to get for owning the 10 Ku pieces. Okay, so that's going to be that. Okay, this real estate thing. I was like, real estate is no joke right now.
Real estate leads securities, blockchain assets in 2022.
This is
89% of all traded security tokens for real estate suggesting the blockchain industry may be primed for further adoption of real estate NFTs. And so some people know the importance, like in real world, and then there's the not decentralized, but the digital world of going into the metaverse in certain aspects, even if it's immersed or not immersed, it's different ways you can be into the metaverse. But the real estate side of it, where, like I said, they know where people are, where the kids and youth are going. They know where they're going to have to advertise to them at, and it's going to be in those metaverse places where they're actually meeting and socializing at. And so that's when you realize how important real estate is also going to be in the digital world. Who's going to be there? the products you want to see. Just like they're not going to basically they're not watching commercials and stuff anymore. Kids really aren't. They're not. So and these, even with fast forwarding through stuff, that has become a way of things. So with this way, advertising and getting to where they are, companies know that's what they have to do to be successful down the line. And some of them are already taking their spots and getting those platforms built out. There's going to be many more to come, but in those places, just like in real life, advertisement is going to be important, and they're going to be advertising in different metaverses and different locations. And so if you do have some of that land, there's so many ways as owning land in the metaverse is important, and you can benefit as a landowner, renting and different things. So definitely seeing how much money is getting poured into it, and knowing that you were pouring money into it before all that money came into it, you're really happy.
Yep. Really good. Like I said, and I think when I looked at this, I was like, okay, because I actually looked at the report. I was like, the report is $2,500 if you want the report on the information that they found on this real estate. So to me, when I'm thinking, okay, you want $2,500 for a report, there is some things that are happening in the real estate side of this particular space. So again, this was a really, really interesting as far as how real estate is still continuing to move within the NFT space. So definitely take a look at that. So this was cool. I was like, the top female metaverse founders and influencers. I was like, y'all need to just read this article. All the women, we need to just read the article. We just need to read the article. I was like, this is good. So I was like, this actually came out, on Sunday. I was like, that's actually good. Yahoo is actually covering this stuff, talking about the influence of the women. Let's go. And so again, I think, as we said a little earlier, women, are still trying to come into the space, trying to do, we be like in the background, but we really like in the front. So we're going to continue to keep moving forward with, within the NFT space, or just in crypto in general, just to try to keep the ball moving, keep moving forward. So this is a very good article for you. So, and I think we talked about that even last week, of how Sandbox had given all the money, quite a bit of money to World of Women. That was a big $25 million. I think it was 25 million. It was a million. So again, come in if you have some time to read this particular article. I think it's very, very interesting how women are still continuing to move in this particular space to show, hey, we're still doing some things over here. Okay. And this last one, I don't even remember what this last artifact was. Oh, just the creator thing. Just I think we covered it.
Yeah, we covered it already. If you want to do the creator challenge, you can come over there. You can find out different things you can create to be part of that creator challenge, to have your items sold by Artifact. 50% of the proceeds goes to them and 50% to you. So definitely you can come over here and look at this medium if you're interested in creating any of those art installation skins, furniture, or decorations. And like I said, it's an opportunity for you to be able to make money or get your name out there. If you are able to create any of those items in different programs that you do use, you can use different ones besides Blender. You can use Maya, you can use Cinema 4D, and the list goes on. But
the list go on.
Yeah, there's other programs out there too. So just keep an eye on that. It does have a deadline of when you have to have the submissions in by, and also on here it gives you how you can email that, do it in the Dropbox, and whatever requirements are set for you to be able to submit those.
Someone asked about, can we touch on the UB Board 8 company whitelist we all signed up for, and what you think it will be?
Is that the one they're talking about?
Yuga Labs.
Oh yeah, the Yuga Labs, the one we just talked about with the Bored Apes buying MeBits and CryptoPunks. And then I know some people were saying that they didn't want to do the KYC on some of those, the things that were coming out, or asking how they felt about it. I'm not sure if that is specifically what they're referencing to.
Whitelist. We're just signed up for. I'm not sure which whitelist they're talking about.
She said, hold on, wait.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which whitelist you're talking about that you signed up for. Because I mean, I don't know. I mean, actually, I'm being honest. I don't know. We've been in the Bored Ape for almost a year, so not sure what that one. I'm sorry, just don't know how to answer your question, because I'm not for sure which whitelist that is that you were able to sign up for on that one. Oh, someone had put it in the GTG chat. Okay, yeah, I missed that one. So I'm gonna be very honest. I don't know which
because they give different, like you said, they've done different whitelists before. The one there specifically must have been just like recently, within the last day or two.
There's blog post. I didn't sign up for that one, so I'm sorry. I can't even answer that question for you on which one that is. Okay. Jessica, anything else that we missed that we need to talk about? I think we got everything.
Nope, I think we got everything. I don't even know what time the last monolith challenge started, so I'm just to go find out when the monolith challenge is going on for today.
He said we're not on the challenges going for today, so good.
I'm gonna go,
For those of you
I'm gonna go
remember,
find some of those things out.
yeah. Just remember, if you are still on and you're still trying to figure out if Sandbox is going to do their drop today, that is one of the drops we are definitely looking at for today. If it comes back live, if it does not come back live, then we'll still be here figuring out what we're going to do. So again, thank you. Remember, if you do have any friends or family, please continue to send them to whatsnfts.com. That is our free Facebook group. Again, we'll continue to post information in there. So if you have friends or family, whatsnfts.com. Also remember, check out our YouTube channel, because a lot of the videos, as far as if you're looking for information on some of the projects that we talked about today, we probably have some videos on the YouTube channel where we might have gone a little bit deeper into some of those particular projects. So again, as far as many of you, if we our monthly membership, we still have that available. If some of you all would like to sign up, we'll be posting that on our Facebook group also. So we are still continuing to move in the NFT space. We are in love with the NFT space. We love it. We love it. We love it. And so we're not going nowhere. So once again, thank you all so much for hopping on with us today. And we look forward to seeing you on our next call. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day.
Have a great one.